be beating them. I'm 'cause I couldn't hear it. Now I can't see it. There it is. There it is. He was one. Y'all had a problem.
Me, I was the person who threw things. We found bacon and gave it.
He doesn't have the same disposition. I feel like actually, the track and field coach, Coach Big, no, Praz. He came out and put my face in the mirror. What is that?
Whatever I say.
Oh, no. Track and field, man. Nobody's interested. All the more reason.
Who's ready to laugh and have a good time tonight? I'm so excited to be able to present you these 14 students. They have worked so hard on this. Some of them told me even tonight, still tonight, before the show, they said they were pre-gaming.
Oh,
I'm like, wow, that's dedication, right? Yeah. Did you pre-gaming tonight? Yeah. See a couple of you. I see. Let's go ahead. See, all right. Basically, the only rule basically tonight is just keep your conversations with each other like this one's right happening to a minimum, right? So people on the stage, pay attention to people on the stage, and no heckling. If you want to heckle, you can heckle me, and I will make you look dumb. How can you have hair as dumb as you? That's really amazing. Look at you. What's your name? John? John, let me guess. What's your major, John?
Yes.
Sociology.
Philosophy.
Even more worthless. Congratulations on your future career serving fries. All right. Cool. So John is here, and these ladies out here are a little buzzed and happy. You guys can come. What are your names and what are your majors?
I'm Peyton and hospitality.
Peyton, the hospitality, and
Bailey, also hospitality.
hospitality. And what do you do with this? What do you want to do as a hospitality management person?
I cook.
You what?
I cook.
I cook for people. We need to work on this hospitality management program a little bit.
Event planning.
What's that?
Event planning.
Event planning. All right. That makes more sense. I cook for people. That's awesome. So I'm going to do just a couple of jokes, and then I'll get these guys up. I will tell you a little about myself. I am a professor here at ECU, obviously. A harder job than some people acknowledge, right? I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. Some of my students, I think they're getting dumber and dumber every year.
Thanks, man.
These are the smart ones. I had a sophomore in college turn in a paper to me where he was talking about the great French general Neapolitan.
Nice.
Yeah, apparently Prussia was defeated by a combination of strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. And if you don't know why that was funny, you are here at the right place. I got an interesting life. I've got two children. I've got a 16-year-old who is gay and non-binary. Thank you. All right. Pride over here, hatred over here. All right. Whatever. It's a weird situation. Like, it's a weird gay kid, and like I said, a 16-year-old, he's gay and he's non-binary, and my 11-year-old is a redneck. Right? Yeah. So it makes it interesting, right? Like my house is like a pride flag made by Carhartt. It's crazy. They're a lot of fun. I used to think, I heard the little people over here. I never understood people were against gay marriage. You remember that? Right? We had a vote on that in North Carolina, and North Carolina said no to gay marriage, and then the Supreme Court overturned it all, right? But there's a weird thing that happened. At that time in American history, you're learning some shit right now. At that time, if you were gay, you could get married. If you were in one state, you got married, and then if you moved to another state, you were no longer married. I wanted that shit for straight people. I wasn't cheating on you, honey. I was in Alabama. So here's the thing that's happening, and it's happened recently. I don't know if you heard this. Donald Trump is selling Bibles. That is true. You can Google that if you don't believe me. It's absolutely true. $60 a piece. He's selling Bibles. That's like Biden selling Stairmasters. Oh, they're more liberals than I thought. I guess. Don't worry. This joke turns the other way. Obviously Trump is selling them to the Americans that believe that Jesus was American, right? Can you imagine the vision of Jesus they have in their head? Looks like Dr. Fraley. Like a redneck Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like he turns the water into PBR. He turns felonies into misdemeanors. He doesn't walk on water, he hydroplanes in the Camaro. So all right, let's get you guys with this. I told you my name is Dr. Schaus, Dr. Eric Schaus. My full name is actually Eric Bryan. Woo! Just like, it it's a very white name. Like, have you ever heard a whiter name than Eric Bryant? I mean, why don't I just call me mayonnaise sandwich? Right? And here's the thing, I grew up in Southern California, right? So most of my friends growing up were Mexican Americans, right? And they had cool names like Carlos and Xavier and Tomas. Not Thomas, Tomas, right? And I grew up in Indiana, so I'm like kind of get along. I'm like, hey, ¿cómo estás, amigos? Me llamo Eric Bryan. And they're like, no. Never called me Eric Bryan. You know what they called me every day at school? Bueno. Anybody know Spanish? Anybody know? Yell it out. What does it mean?
White boy.
It means whitey. To my face every day. Hey, whitey. Hey, white boy. And they did that to everybody. I had a fat friend. If you know any Spanish at all, you know what they called him, right? Gordo. Hey, gordo. Hey, gordo. Do the trouble shovel. That's what he got every day on the bus, man. I had a black friend. You know what they called him? Tony. Because they're not stupid. All right, you guys are laughing. You seem like a crowd. You ready to get the show started? All right, please put your hands together for our first performer this evening, Jeremiah.
Hey guys, I'm Jeremiah. I'm happy to be here. Aspiring Jesus impersonator. I was raised lactose intolerant. I'm no longer practicing. So, the other day, I'm sitting in a chair in my dorm doing homework. Last time I do that shit, the chair and the homework. In case you guys didn't know, the chairs in the dorm are actually anti-suicide chairs. They're made so that they don't tip backward, so if you try to hang yourself, you can't like kick it out from under you. Ask me how I know that. So I am sitting in this chair, MacBook on my lap, doing my homework. Oh God, this shit should be a Jimmy credit. So I'm doing my homework, MacBook in my lap, and I start to tip forward. Fun fact, they do tip forward. I've passed the point of no return, tragedy's about to strike. It's like the Titanic, only worse, because the Titanic happened to a bunch of old people no one cares about, and this is happening to me. So, I'm tipping forward, MacBook is in my lap, everything goes slow-mo. I've got a choice to make. I can either hold on to this MacBook and I'll break, or the other way around. I'm a college student, guess what one? So, I'm holding on to the MacBook, chair slips out from under me.
Oh.
That's what happens. So, I fall straight down. You guys have had some time to get a look at me. My ass did not break that fall. The chair actually flips out from under me, does a 360 in the air, lands in front of my roommate's bed. He's watching YouTube, he looks up and he says the one thing he said this entire time. Wow. I can't wait to move out of this dorm. So, recently, my mother was diagnosed with a chronic illness. The perfect start to every comedy bit. After she eats, she is stuck in the bathroom for about an hour, shitting and vomiting. Or, what insurance companies diagnose as being a woman. The real problem, though, was the severity. It was severe enough to, this damn cord, severe enough to be life-threatening, but not quite severe enough for Make-A-Wish. What's the point of having a life-threatening illness if you don't get a free trip to Disney World? Yeah. She should have tried leukemia. Maybe next time. So, she finds out that she could die within the year, which is, in my admittedly unprofessional opinion, less than ideal. Fortunately though, the miracles of modern science can save her. One problem, medicine costs $40,000. Fortunately, my mother has been paying for a thing called insurance, which is a fun little deal where she pays an abhorrent amount of money, and in a life-threatening emergency situation like this one, they'll give her life-saving medicine, like this one. And my mom says, hey, Insurance man, you know how this is a life-threatening emergency situation, and I've been paying you money so that you'll give me medicine? And the insurance man says, no! And then stomps on her fucking face. So, my mother decides she's going to take the advice of old white men when they say, if you don't like this country, you can get the hell out of it. She decides to move to Portugal. But first, the insurance man says, wait! I have a solution. It doesn't work and it causes cancer, but it will be a gift from us to you. So my mom moved to Portugal last month. She moves to Portugal. Nobody knows shit about Portugal. It's basically Spain's younger brother. Even its language is just Spanish with a lisp. But now it's a win-win situation. My mother has her life-saving medicine, and America has one less Jew.
If you saw the first son, that was a big improvement. Give it one more time for Jeremiah. And please welcome to the stage our next comedian, Ava, everyone.
Hey y'all, so my name is Ava, and if you remember me from last time, no you don't. And if you see me again after tonight, no you don't. So I am a babysitter, and as much as I would love to give myself the title of like nanny or au pair, I'm pretty sure you have to sleep with the dad to get that role. And the dad of the kids I babysit for is not that hot, so that's a no for me. So a couple weeks ago, I went to babysit, and I walk in, and the kids are like bouncing off the walls. And so I'm like, I feel like I need to get out of here. So I walk in, and Margaret, she's 6, and then her brother, he has a last name for a first name, so I can never remember. It's like not in there. So I call him what's his face. So I walk in, and they're bouncing off the walls, but all I can think about is how much money I'm gonna make. And you're probably like, gosh, she's so materialistic. Well, yes, I am. So I'm like talking to the mom, getting all my instructions, like bedtime's at 9, please don't let them stay up too late. And she's like, we ordered pizza, and I'm like, oh my God, I love pizza. Kids love pizza, I love pizza. Who doesn't love pizza? Well, you'll never guess what these little shits put on their pizza. Pineapple. Who the fuck puts pineapple on their pizza? So I'm sitting there, I'm gagging on my pizza, Margaret's watching Taylor Swift, and while I'm gagging on my pizza, I'm like, oh my God, I would be a great au pair. Y'all can laugh, that's like my gagging. So a couple hours later, I decided to treat Margaret like my personal therapist. So I'm talking to her about my boyfriend. She's giving me advice about this boy that she's been talking to, but she's 6, so go her. And all of a sudden, her brother stands up, grabs his iPad, walks across the kitchen with the charger hanging from it, and he's like, I'm pooping, don't open the door. Okay. He's a little dramatic, not like I was gonna open the door while he's shitting, but it's fine. So I then think after the door closes, I'm like, charger, water, iPad, he's gonna get electrocuted, and then I'm not gonna get paid. But I'm like also thinking, oh my God, he's kind of a loser. Like he can't even watch TikTok on his phone while he poops. Like that's upsetting. So I'm still talking to Margaret, and I'm like telling her like, oh my God, I'm really stressed out. I'm in this comedy class. My teacher is making me do this 4-minute speech on stage in front of everybody I know. That's humiliating. And then it's been like 15 minutes. There's no noise coming from the bathroom. So I'm like, fuck, he's dead. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm going on spring break. I'm not gonna have any money. Like, I need this $65. And I feel like if he dies, that's a lot of money, y'all. I feel like if he died, Margaret would have my back, But then I'm also like, it's kind of hard to come back from the death of a kid, so like, would their mom see it the same way? That's a no. So I look at Margaret in the middle of my therapy session, I'm like, do you think your brother's like alive in there, or you think he's dead? Because I'm thinking he's dead. So she's like, no, he just takes this long to poop. So then I keep waiting, and it's 10 minutes later. 25 minutes on the toilet is ridiculous. So he finally comes out, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get my $65. He's fine, not dead yet. So then I go to babysit another time. So usually I go there after school. They need somebody to get him off the bus. I need $40. So it's a win-win. So we walk in, we're talking. Margaret looks me up and down, and she's like, are you wearing makeup today? I'm like, being delusional. I'm like, oh my God, she's about to hype me up. Like, I look so good today. She's like, and I go, no, Margaret, I'm not wearing any makeup. She's like, maybe you should be. Okay. Talk about another humiliating moment. Yesterday, I walk in, and she's like, why is the top of your head black? It's because I'm a fake blonde. Your mom doesn't pay me enough, so I can't get my roots retouched. So, fuck you, Margaret.
Yeah, look for that on Netflix. There's a new special, Fuck You, Margaret, and you're screwing up, whatever that shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, please put your hands together for our next performer this evening, Sydney, everyone.
Hey y'all. So, people tell me that I sound Southern.
Really?
Yes, Brian, and I'm freaking armed too. But like, I get it honestly. Like, my dad is a total redneck. Like, he decorates the house with dead animals. You know, we've got ducks all over the house, deer heads all over the living room. Like, God, I just hope my stepmom doesn't die first, because like, this sounds so bad on my dad's part, but like, I just don't want her to come home and like be mounted in the kitchen, you know, like, or like, much worse, like the bedroom. You know? But honestly, what really solidifies my dad's like redneck roots is how badly he wants to intimidate any boy we bring home. So we bring a boy, and my dad gets a bullet, and he gets a Sharpie, and he hands it to the boy. He's like, write your name on the bullet. So, you know, then we got boy toy over here. He's just kind of like, all scared, and I'm just like, okay. And he finishes writing on the bullet, and he hands it back to my dad. And my dad takes that bullet, and he's like, my daughter ever comes home crying because of you, take a hint at what this bullet's for. Like, oh, okay, Dad. So basically, I'm gonna die alone. Which really sucks because I'm terrified of spiders. So one night I was doing chemistry homework in my bed because like I love to torture myself. And while I was doing it, like all was well, I was getting stuff right surprisingly, and I just see a little something dangling out of the corner of my eye. And I look, I'm like, yeah, hell no is right. Like, it was a freaking spider next to me, so obviously, like, my MacBook, my iPad, everything, I chunked that crap. Like, it is a victim. So, I get out of my bed, I'm bawling my eyes out, and I'm dry heaving. It's a little something like, and I don't know what to do with it. That really got me. So, I don't know what to do at this point. My dad is asleep, my stepmom is asleep, no one else is home. So I start spamming my dad to like wake the hell up. There is literally a spider in my bed. He doesn't. I hear his snore still as clear as tornado siren. And honestly, I couldn't go in there and wake him up because like, he might know it's me, he might shoot me, my head might be in the hallway next year. Like, I was terrified. So I'm like, Sydney, to calm down, let's just go take a walk. So I start pacing around my house for like 10 minutes, you know, trying to gather myself. And finally, I feel a little bit better. So I go back in my room and I'm like, all right, Sydney, how are we gonna handle this? So my tears have dried up, I'm chill, and I pass the mirror and I'm like, I gotta gas myself up a little bit because like, I'm traumatized. So I go to the mirror, I channel my inner Hobby Lobby song, and I'm like, Sydney, you are beautiful, you are worthy, and you are strong. Because that was traumatizing. So after I gas myself up, I start feeling a little goofy, and I'm like, oh gee, like wouldn't it be so funny if this spider was on me? Haha. I don't really know why I thought that was so funny, haha, since like I'm clearly traumatized, but I checked myself out anyway. So I'm like checking the front, I check, and I get to this shoulder specifically. I'm like, oh. The spider is on my shoulder. So the first thing I do is I rip my shirt off, obviously, because hell no. And I start bawling my eyes out, and I'm actually gagging at this point. I had to go to the bathroom and like kind of sit there for a second, 'cause I thought I was about to throw up. Once again, it was a little something like for like 5 straight minutes. So finally, I stopped gagging. I can actually like do something. So I start spamming my dad again, like, Dad, please wake up. Like, I can't. There's a spider in my room now, not even just in my bed. It was with me the whole 10 minutes. I gathered myself. Like, what was the point of that? Well, he doesn't wake up again, but thinking about it now, like, that worked out for him because, like, his daughter's shirtless. We aren't that type of Southern family. So yeah, good job, Dad. So I really don't know what to do at this point. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I can't stay in here. So I gather myself. I'm still shirtless. Like, I ain't even put a new shirt on. I walk to the living room, shirtless, get a blanket, which is my dad and stepmom's snuggle blanket. Ew. And I wrap myself up in it, lay on the couch, all with the flashlight on, all while I got like Bambi and Rudolph staring down on me like while I'm trying to sleep. Well, my dad wakes up in the morning and he sees my frantic text messages and he's like, Sydney, you should have just woken me up. I would have helped you out. Like, no, Dad. I like my head on my body, not the wall, as decoration. But honestly, it's okay because he was like, Sydney, next time for real, just get me. Like, no, Dad, it won't happen again. Like, I'll just burn the whole damn house down next time.
Yes.
Keep it going for Sydney, everybody. Keep it going for Sydney. Good the spiders too. All right, and please put your hands together for our next performer who is making her way to the stage right now already. Thank you, Jenna, everyone.
Yes, I'm fucking short, I know. Yeah, I know, I see all y'all. Right now, who's sitting, who's taller? Me. Thank you, I heard that. Yes, I'm Asian. No, I don't know karate. No, I don't play the violin. No, I don't eat duck feet. Ew, they're so chewy. I feel like a dog. I don't eat dog either, okay? Breaking those stereotypes right here. I stand on business. Yeah. But anyways, Becky's over here probably thinking, is she even Asian? Oh, bless your soul. I am Asian. I got it in the eyes. Thank you. So, I'm Asian, but I'm adopted in a white family. I speak Spanish fluently. Y'all need to stop. Anyways, it's confusing for people. Like Becky, I'm a walking contradiction. And so I'm a Spanish banana, guys. Yellow on the outside, white on the inside, but with a hint of Spanish flavor. So it goes on like this. I got Chinese people walking up to me speaking Mandarin. I'm like, huh? What? And I'm like, here we go again. It's the second time this day. And so I'm like, 我不知道. That means My parents are white. Yeah, I don't know how to say this. Your words are gibberish. They don't really like that. So we bow and then we fight.
Oh.
It's like, choose your player, folks. And then I have white people coming up to me speaking English because they don't care. They're speaking English, no matter how you look. I'm sure Becky appreciates the English, yeah. But, I mean, I just love it. I confuse all people all the time because no one knows my age either. No. Anyways, another thing that I love about myself is my patience. I have the patience of a saint, but the work ethic of the devil. Yes, God works hard, the devil works harder, but no one works harder than an Asian. Yeah, guys, we are in it. We are in it. So, I'm over here working hard, and it's just, I'm burnt out, y'all. So Asians have 3 stages. You got the child prodigy, you have the burnt out youth, you have early grave. It's not pretty, guys. We don't have midlife crisis. We have quarter life crisis, yeah. Instead of 2, you got 4. It's like go-go. Yeah, 2? Yeah, you want that 4th one. And so, it's a canon event. A quarter life is a canon event. It is the milestone of milestones. So I haven't had my quarter life crisis yet. But I'm looking forward to it. I really do. So imagine it like this. I'm shaving my head, like bzzz, bzzz, bzzz. Because like all girls cut their hair when they have a breakdown. It's just what we do. So then I go into the mountains with the Buddhist monks. Yeah. Not for spirituality, guys. No, I'm not here for that. It's because they have shaved heads. I have shaved heads. I can blend in there, guys. And so I realize that there's more to life than numbers and scores. I realize that I need to give up on my toxic need to win. Like, put that aside, guys. And so then I come back to society, rejuvenated, refreshed, with my bald head. And I ensure that my future kids will have the highest scores ever. That's right, guys. I'm talking big, high SAT scores. Because that is how you raise a dynasty, guys.
Amen.
They will be going to Duke. Yeah. Anyways, that's all.
Don't call her short, people. Don't call her short. All right, everybody, put your hands together for our next performer this evening, Emma, everyone.
Hey guys. I'm trying not to have a heart attack because I'm about done with finals and I've come too far. Okay, so I'm M. Like Eminem, but not the candy, the rapper. If y'all remember, but this time what's changed since the last time y'all want to see me is I'm in a relationship, and so he's not a crack addict, sadly. If y'all don't know the reference, don't worry about it.
Girl, stop sliding. You're moving the stool.
I think we're good. Because I'm really, really nervous. But, okay. So, no, I'm already lost. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it's kind of funny because I religiously make fun of e-daters, but now I'm in a long distance relationship with a Marine. Which is funny because he will never see this, but he could be cheating, so that's cool. I'm over here praying he's staying loyal. He's praying I stay a loser. Luckily, my watch list, my read list, and my Steam list is longer than my will to live. So luckily, he's safe on that. And some people are uncomfortable with like suicide jokes. I've been told like, oh, it's childish. You can't like say that like unless you've experienced it. Wait, why like the ghosts like come back and be like, ooh, if you don't put flowers on my grave, I'm gonna kill myself. Like that's so petty. Like you skip the whole afterlife for that joke. I'm just like, let the living have this. Just this one joke. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just not like actually trying not to have a heart attack, which it's like really intense. But okay.
Yeah.
Okay, back to my man. I know opposite attract. Okay, back to my man. I know opposite attract. I feel like God just kind of want to know like what kids we make because I feel like like my honeymoon. Okay, my honeymoon birthday. Chicky Bear. I love calling him that because he's really a Greek guy, but like I feel like calling a man the little blue thing is hilarious. Because I'm over here, I'm kind of like I'm like an academic weapon, an art student, and a Fortnite player. He's playing Fortnite just like in real life, so. But yeah, recently he told me he's ex-Catholic, which is interesting because the last guy I talked to is a non-practicing Catholic. I don't know what that means, but he said he's like, yeah, like I learned that he was he's anti-abortion, like women using birth control, and then he's also like didn't want a kid, and he was like, yeah, I don't want to use a condom either. Wait, like that was my ick. That was like the guy beforehand. I was like, did church like not teach you how babies are made? I'm like, either go to church or get laid. Like it's not that hard. I felt like it wasn't that hard. And it's kind of my fault because I like himbos. Something about like a ratio of like 10 to 1 of muscle to brain is like something about it. And I'm not saying my man's stupid or anything, but he did sell his soul to the government for like 5 years. So, but I love my man, so thank you. Bye.
Could you tell she was an art student?
Yeah.
Please put your hands together for our next performer, everyone, Bailey!
This is really high.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm Bailey.
Hi,
And I'm the alcoholic. I may or may not be one of the bitches who pregame this. And in the audience. But y'all know that. So, one thing about me, I'm really not an alcoholic. However, I do love to go out every weekend, get drunk with my friends, like the best part of my weekend. I'm in nutrition right now, doing classes. And they're like, alcohol is a depressant. You shouldn't take it. It makes you sad. What if I'm already depressed? Is it do the opposite? Kind of like, people with ADHD take Adderall. I think that 3 double vodka waters with lime juice does the same for me. I'm chill, I'm good. And I tell my mama everything. She's my best friend. I tell her I'm going out, I'm drinking, whatever. She's like, Bailey, you should be careful, everyone in your family's an alcoholic. Like, do you want to end up like them? Yes, I do, ma'am. Everyone in my family's an alcoholic. They're so chill. They're so carefree. They love their lives. They get free therapy whenever they want. AA, sign me up, free therapy. But I really feel like alcohol is the cure to depression. I have 3 reasons why. Number 1, it makes me feel like I'm the cutest bitch out there. Give me some liquor in me, and I'm like, fuck, okay. And you know what? I'm gonna tell everybody else at the bar they're cute too. I'll be in the bathroom with some random bitch. I'm like, girl, you look so cute. Do they look cute? No. Am I gonna tell them they look cute? Yeah, I am. I'm a girl's girl. Number 2. It really helps my issues with my body. Freshman 15's a thing. It's not for me because the next day I'll get the alcohol shits. Bye-bye, freshman 15. Number 3, it makes every mid, ugly guy so cute.
Let's go!
I'm like, yeah. No, but really, I think it helps me give the population a chance. I'm really doing community service, the Lord's work out here. Because I don't think these guys would get some play otherwise. If it wasn't for alcohol, I feel like there might be a campus shooting. Because man, they get pissy. But y'all, I really don't fuck them, honestly, because we go to ECU. What does that stand for?
East Carolina University.
Who said STDs? East Chlamydia University, okay?
Oh.
I want y'all to put your hand up if you know somebody with chlamydia. Be honest. Put your hand up if you know somebody with chlamydia. Look around. That's a lot of people, right? Okay, listen. Keep it up. Keep it up if you gave them chlamydia. He's real. The rest of y'all are fucking liars. Okay? But anyways, speaking of things that you regret putting in your mouth, I wrote a dentist appointment this weekend, right? Not looking forward to it. I hate the dentist. They put you in this room. It looks like you're in a fucking insane asylum. You look like you're about to get tied down, get a lobotomy. The fluorescent lights really do it all. And Mr. Dennis comes in. He says, "Open up." Open what? You want me to open my feelings to you? Open my mouth? Open my legs? Maybe? But no, they always want to be in your mouth. Boring. And the worst thing is they always want to talk to you while they're in your mouth. You're like, how old are you? What's your major? What do you want to do with that? And when they try to talk to me, I'm like, you can't hear me, right? You can't understand that? Yeah, it's because you're in my mouth and I'm in pain. The girls and the gays get me. But honestly, I really hate it when they're like, "Oh, can I get some teeth picks while we're here?" It kind of reminds me of in high school when the dudes would be like, "Yo, can I get some titty pics?" No, you may not. No. I just feel like that's a level of intimacy that I'm just not okay with. I feel like we're not ready for that personally with my dentist. So y'all just keep me in your hopes and your prayers that I can get through my dentist appointment without feeling violated.
Now, this would be a good time to remind you that the views expressed by the students are not necessarily those of ECU or the School of Communication. Good dick jokes. And please put your hands together for our next performer, everyone, Paige!
Hey y'all. Good evening. How are we doing tonight? Everything nice so far, laughing, giggling. For those of y'all that came to the first show, all I got
gotta say is I pray to God y'all think we're a little bit funnier than them, because it was rough back then. We all feel the exact fucking same standing on this stage 3 months later, but as long as one side of the stage is having more fun, that's all that matters. For real though, I was also one of the ones who pre-games and stick with me, but I can't believe 3 whole months ago was the last time I was up here, and a lot happened in a semester, so I'm gonna just give a little semester recap for my bit today. So this class heavily included. Some classes I took this semester kind of kicked my ass at one point or another. So for spring break, I thought it would be a great idea, you know, let's take a load off, save some money, save some energy, spend the week at home. I'm only a freshman, I have like 3 more spring breaks at school, so I really didn't see this as like a huge deal. Apparently that's a fucking crime, because when I went home for break, my pastor at church was shitting on how boring I was, which, okay, I get it. Preface real quick, she is a female pastor, so like I kind of understand why she encourages a little breaking of the rules here and then. But yeah, so I went home for break, and every Sunday I go to church with my family, and after service, the pastors all stand outside and they greet the families as we walk out. And I don't go every week because, you know, I go to school here, and so I thought my pastor would be like happy to see me. When she saw me, her eyes filled with such a disappointment. I could have sworn she read my mind during the confessions or something, because it was bad. She used to be a Alabama sorority girl, so that kind of, you know, makes sense why, you know, she wanted me to have a little fun here and there, but yeah, it was bad. We were walking out the line, and Pastor Shelley, she yanked my arm outside the line and away from my family, thank God. And she leans down, she goes, Paige, now honey, if I would have known you had nothing planned for spring break, I would have helped you come up with something. The good Lord knows even I can't talk about what I did in these 4 walls. Damn, Shelley, I didn't know you were like that. Before serving the Lord, she was serving them streets. She did tell me she was a missionary back in college, so maybe that time on her knees was used in a different way than I was imagining. But, you know, to each their own. Sundays are for coming clean, so I think next Communion Sunday, we should pour her glass of wine a little bit stronger and chit-chat again after service, because I'm a nosy bitch. But for real, after that, I can say getting humbled by your pastor was a first for me, so I had a lot of making up to do once I got back to ECU, and luckily for me, it was St. Patty's Day. And if you know what that means at ECU, the Irish and the Allies go fucking hard. So it was like 11:30 p.m. on Saturday night, and my happy ass was on her like 10th hour of drinking. I was feeling pretty good. And I had just stepped my ass out of good old Green Residence Hall, my little dinner napkin of a top. And I see this familiar face, and I'm like, I actually see like 4 of them. I do a little. Now, let me preface real quick. Everybody has their own hobbies. Some people like reading, singing, cooking. My personal favorite hobby is people watching. So I love seeing a good campus character every now and again, but this one just looked a little too familiar for my comfort. I take a look again. It's my therapist. Fuck me. I saw my fucking therapist out downtown. Now, I don't mean to judge. Hillary might have just been trying to relive her glory days at ECU, but I think I could have gone my whole life without seeing her in that state. I find that to be a very unlucky St. Patty's Day for Paige. I unfortunately had a meeting scheduled with her the very next Monday, and like for some random odd reason, she mentions this like crazy thing. She was like, Paige, have you ever thought about taking a break from alcohol? Fuck no! I was like, I don't really think like we believe in breaks because it puts a strain on a relationship. She didn't find that one very funny, so like what leprechaun pissed in her fucking drink, that's all I'm saying. I have been slowly trying to rebuild my like good standing with her, which has been going okay, but I'm gonna go home in a few weeks. Pastor Shelley and I have a meeting to plan my next spring break, so I feel like that's all gonna go to shit. But you only live once and liver cells regenerate, so.
One more time for Paige, everybody. All right, looking forward to this next one. Please put your hands together, everyone, for Simona.
Harry Knuckles is back! Don't worry guys, this time I shaved and I got some new rings. So I'm 22 years old and the longest relationship that I've ever been in is with my 78-year-old orthodontist. He's a great guy. He's better than any guy I've ever been with, and I've been with him for the past 9 years, so longer than any relationship I will be in ever. But you know, he's always telling me how pretty I am, always telling me how much I've grown, always putting his hands in my mouth. I'd say our relationship is pretty intimate. But yeah, I've been with him. I've been put through the ringer when it comes to like dental and ortho work. I've had braces 3 times, 2 jaw surgeries, and a lifetime with shame. I have titanium jaw joints, screws in my nose, and 2 big old scars, and paperwork so I can get through airport security. Anyway, okay, back to my ortho. I've been with him for 9 years, and he's still not bored of his mouth. If I was his wife, I'd be concerned. But I get it, like, this mouth has helped him pay for a second house. This mouth has helped him buy that boat he likes to take out on the weekends. This mouth makes him feel young again. By the way, his name is Dr. Long. Oh God, no, he's great. But with all the procedures I've had and everything, I've ultimately lost my gag reflex. How do we not have a boyfriend? No, I'd be mad, but like, it's honestly the most stable relationship I've ever been in. But anyway, speaking of relationships, I have 2 black roommates and 1 white roommate, and then the Asian one, that's me. Somehow we managed to get like every flavor of person in our house, but we all love each other, we get along great and everything, but one thing that we do without fail is bully our white roommate just because she's white. That's the only reason. I mean, she kind of deserves it. She thought MLK was a president.
That's crazy.
She's from some hick-ass town in North Carolina, and she told me that in high school she used to sneak out and her and her friends would go ride tractors in the fields. Like that was their idea of a good time. And I wanted to tell her, babe, who do you think was plowing the fields before tractors were invented? Okay, anyway, beginning of the semester, our roommate group chat name was Bryn's Plantation. But we've matured now, now it's Bryn is our master. Anyway, so this semester for Black History Month, we decided to educate her, and so every day we watched a documentary on Black history. And at the end of the month, we made her present a slideshow on what she learned and everything. She's definitely failing all of her classes right now, but she's gonna ace white guilt. Oh God, okay, so now I am not one to judge people, except white people. But I'm all for like old people going out to the bars and stuff, like, you know, live their life, like I get it, life's hard, whatever. But, and it's always a little bit pervy when you see like a 60-year-old man like catching ass of a 20-year-old. But the other weekend, it was the Saturday before Easter, so like the bars were dead, the Jesus haters and the hardcore alcoholics, that was the crowd. I fit right in. But I'm out at the bar and I see this man, old man, and he has something special, like, he's just a special one. Right by him, he has a fucking oxygen tank. Like, he has the nasal cannulas in, like, oxygen's flowing, like, why are you out? And so I do a quick scan, I'm like, hopefully no one's smoking, like, this bar is gonna be blown up. 5th is gonna be demolished, they're gonna have to build a new one, call it 6th. And seriously, I almost went up to him and was like, hey, like, are you good? Like, where's your wife? Do you need to talk to someone? Do you need a ride to your next appointment? Like, I'll take you. Because, like, who doesn't need a sugar granddaddy? I mean, I know I definitely don't. I would never two-time my orthodontist like that.
That was so weird because in some circles I'm known as Dr. Long. All right, everyone put your hands together for our next performer, Lawson, everyone.
So, oh God, I pregame this too. Is that a DUI? I have a scooter. Oh man, there's so many great things. So, you know, I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's one of those that's too lazy. He can't walk to class. He has to ride a scooter. And honestly, you're exactly fucking right. That's the best thing I've ever put in my mom's Amazon cart behind her back. But man, fucking Uber, bitch. I pulled up on that hoe at the mall. Shout out to Fifth Street for letting me park it at the door. But honestly, the best thing about it is it's really helped me leave my mark here in Greenville. And by that, I mean I crashed it into the wall of proximity. Drunk, wearing heels. Now, I know you're wondering, you're like, Lawson, how do you run a scooter into the fucking wall? Well, you know, it's really easy when you accidentally take your roommate's scooter. Yes, he has one too. And his goes 10 miles per hour faster. So, you know, they may have patched up the hole in the wall, but there will forever be a little dent in the metal fringe on the bottom of the wall there. That's me, baby. But speaking of leaving my mark, let's talk about where I've marked my territory. So, I'm not one to kiss and tell, but I do have a file in my notes labeled frats with fags. Gentlemen, let's hope it doesn't get leaked. Ladies, let's hope it doesn't get leaked. If I had a quarter for every DL frat guy I've been with, I'd have 3 quarters.
Nice.
But isn't it crazy that I have 3 quarters? Like, what the fuck? No, but so the thing about men here is that there are 2 types of men here. So there are ECU men, and then there are Greenville men. So let's start with Greenville men. So Greenville men are all 25, used to either sell drugs or scam, and now they're on this like great path of rejuvenation that they're like doing great things and all, but you know, they're telling me this on Grindr even though they have a girlfriend. So yeah, ladies, if you're fucking with a Greenville man, watch out for the Grindr notification sound. Goes a little ba-ding. But But so there's Greenville men, and then we have ECU men. So I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, he's gonna talk about my frat guys. No, they're honestly boring. But no, so let's talk about my first Tinder date and last Tinder date, man I met. So I'm a freshman at the time, and I meet this guy on Tinder. He's tall, he's cute, he's a biology major. I'm like, okay. I'm like, who am I? Like, okay. And so we go out. He gets me a tall boy, 8%. And, you know, I'm a freshman, so I have a Delta 8 pen. And so basically, at this point, I'm fucking feeling it, all right? So I'm fucking feeling it, okay? I'm fucking 5'3". It's a tall boy, 8%, bitch, I'm feeling it. And then, so at this point, we had a good time, and then we're both heading downtown. We're heading in 2 different places because he's DL, I'm not trying to get shot. And all of a sudden, he's just like,
Oh!
Motherfucker got hit by a car. Needless to say, I'm a bumble bitch now. Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. I just realized, I told you I have a gay son, and I just realized that his phone the other night was going, ding. We're gonna have a little talk tomorrow. All right. Everyone put your hands together for our next performer, Naya.
Hey guys. Before I start, I just want to say for reputational purposes, this story may or may not be true. There's a lot of things in this life that simply don't mix. Mentos and Coke, oil and water, being a stoner but trying to become a nurse. After slaving my first 2 years of college, I finally got accepted into the nursing program. The girl's about to be a pirate nurse. However, not too much cheer. The battle's not over yet. I have to pass a background check. Okay, no big deal. I got a clean record. I have to pass a drug test. Big fucking deal. My piss is dirty as fuck. And by that I mean, I'm basically pissing straight THC. I mean, you could probably drink my shit and get high. The last time I smoked was a month ago. And honestly, I would have stopped sooner, but I genuinely didn't think I was getting accepted. Plus, life is stressful. Like, we all need a blunt from time to time. Weed is really the solution to world peace. Anyways, so I asked my friend who's a senior in the nursing program, how soon can I expect this drug test? I'm thinking like, end of the semester type shit, end of the summer type shit, like, you know, I got time. She responds, soon. Like, very soon. Little did I know that soon would be a week later. So I'm like, fuck, I'm fucking cooked. I'm stressing, I'm like, wait, I know exactly what I need. Take my ass right on over to the smoke shop. I got that za. Hey. Nah, I'm just playing, I got a detox drink. I also took my ass right on over to Google to figure out how the fuck am I about to pass this test. According to my research, my best bet is to drink a gallon of water per day, leading up to the test to dilute my urine. They also said, oh, I don't know about y'all, but it's hard for me to drink a damn bottle of water per day. I don't know how I'm about to get a gallon on. They also said that exercise will help as it burns fat cells, which is where marijuana is stored. Shit, I've been trying to get back in the gym anyways. So the time had come and it was time to take my drug test. So I'm chugging the detox drink. Tell me why that shit turns my pee neon yellow. It literally looks like I'm pissing radioactive waste. I'm looking in the toilet like, I can't give this shit to them. They're gonna know something is up. So what do? Drink even more water. Maybe it'll dilute the color. Which it did, but I don't recommend. I'm over here praying to God like, please, God, please. Fuck my pee. Please let me pass this test. I'm not one of your strongest soldiers. I will end this shit right fuck now. Well, apparently the Lord can even save me. 5 days later pass. I get my results. That shit says invalid test. Apparently I drank so much water, they couldn't tell if there was anything in my urine. So I'm like, fuck, I'm not even cooked anymore. I'm fucking grilled. Charred, you could even say. Charred, yes. However, there's still hope. They want me to submit another drug test. The thing about marijuana though is, that shit can stay up in your urine for up to 90 days if you're a chronic smoker. Safe to say, I was a chronic smoker. Me and Mary Jane was locked in. Besties type shit. So, now I gotta go through this process, flushing my system out, running on the treadmill. I'm like, I'm really not trying to put my bladder through this shit again. Like, let me just hold my fucking L. Like, imagine the hardest part about getting into nursing school being passing a damn drug test. Fucking pathetic, right? All this goes to say, leave that damn dope alone.
No, I'm still gonna get high. That was my favorite part of the show so far, is that I said everybody needs a blunt every once in a while, and someone says, amen. I love this church. It's such a good church. All right. Please put your hands together for our next performer, Jamie, everyone.
Shout out my mom. She drove 10 hours to see me tonight. She's in for a disappointment. Good Lord. So where are my fat kids at?
Right here.
Okay, yeah. Ryan, are you okay though? Like, how are you? Don't answer that. Okay. Do you guys still do that thing, you know, when you like puff up your chest? Or you know, you like take your Bro, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Jesus Christ. I knew something was gonna go wrong.
It's going
You
right.
got it. My hand's shaking. I can't
Get
plug
it.
it. Sorry. Damn. God damn. All right. Somebody loosened it. Who was it? All right. Enough about fat kids. You know, my joke doesn't make sense now. Okay, you know, I know a lot about eating disorders, right? Like, I was a Girl Scout once, and you know, I know all their tactics. Like, we would dress as raggedy as possible, smudge eye makeup under our eyes, just to go out there to look like street urchins begging for a crumb. Like, please, pass the Girl Scout cookies. Then we'd like develop a limp when it would get bad. Please, God, please. Or like a chronic illness. God, that was when things got real bad. And you know, my troop leader, she would go out of her way to get us booths outside the liquor store. My mom, shout out my mom again. She even became friends with the homeless guy who lived in the parking lot. You know, we sold so many cookies. Because you know, people who buy alcohol at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, they don't make the best decisions. They really don't. But the Girl Scouts are getting out of control these days. $5 for a box of cookies? Like, oh, I'm sorry, hon, like I don't have any cash. We have card readers. Are you fucking with me? Card readers? God. And I even earned my like capitalist exploitation badge from Girl Scouts. But the one thing about Girl Scouts, like, that self-hatred will haunt you forever.
ask me like, Jamie, what's your type? A man who wants nothing to do with me. Yeah, better yet, he wants me hit by a car. I once drove all the way to Boone to visit one of my obsessions. That's 4 hours there, 4 hours back. And he made me sleep on the floor. Yeah, talk about humbling the floor. He's so the one though, like, I'm serious, I'm already looking for a wedding dress. So like, obviously he didn't want to fuck me, right? But let alone, he was so like disgusted with me, he didn't even want me to share his bed. God. I'm wet, low key. Oh God, sorry mom. Like, I don't know what it is, but like rejection is so hot. And like, and I know you guys are looking at me and you're like, damn, this bitch weird as hell, breaking the mic, all this shit. But I know someone who's into armpit hair. Yeah, I think armpit hair is genuinely foul. And not in a homophobic way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going out here chucking razors at blue-haired lesbians. Not doing that. Not doing that. You in the hat right there? Right there? That's a hate crime. Just wanted to let you know that. I had to Google that. Don't worry, I had to Google it. And you know, I just think we need to mandate a naked pit rule on baristas, because like, or a hairnet, honestly, because like I don't really want arm pubes, you know, swimming in my latte or anything like that. But men, you guys are not off the hook, because I think it's a jump scare when a man raises his arms and he's got 2 full-blown squirrels living under there, like or you know when a guy's like, yo, shorty, where my hug at? Now I've got 2 flying squirrels going straight for my jugular. God! Oh my God! And you know what? All I have to say is, thank God squirrels like nuts and not beans. Because ladies, we'd be fucked, honestly. I'm sorry. Yeah, and like the worst. Sorry, Mom. And like the worst part of all is a man who has no armpit hair at all. Cause it's like a little concerning. You know what I'm saying? Like Kyle, babes, you got Hulk biceps and Pitt's like a prepubescent child. He's gagging up here. Do better. Like, I'm embarrassed. I'm honestly embarrassed. But you know what? Fuck that. Like, everyone just wear a goddamn sleeve. Like, it won't kill you. I got 2 on right now. Because, you know, like, we fat kids, we've been doing it for years.
All right, keep it going for Jamie, everyone. Yeah, keep it going for Jamie's cougar, I mean mom. Bessie's gonna have fun too. All right, please put your hands together for our next performer, Brian, everyone.
Let's go. You know what? Fuck it. There comes a point in the life of a big guy where you gotta accept you can't hide it from everybody, right? So fuck him. So, I have always, for the longest time, been a big guy. And I get it, it might be a turn off for some women. A lot of women. Most women. All women. But I swear to you, I'm not crazy. I have seen the trends. There is a small population of you that want me. Stand on business after the show. You want to keep my name there? The point in time where I felt myself the most was that trend about a year ago when that bitch SZA went on TikTok and she said, it's cuffing season to get a big boy. So I know I'm not crazy. I maybe y'all were lying, but y'all were stitching that. Y'all were posting that, and y'all were dancing to that. And I kind of see where Sis is coming from, because having a Roman god for a boyfriend is cool and all, but when you want somebody to lay with that night, well, there's a problem when bro is hard as a rock. I am not talking about his penis. I'm talking about all of him. And look, I'm gonna come clean since it's Defame Brian Day. I shave my legs. And I'm sorry, Jamie, I shave my armpits too. I really do, but I saw a couple of disgusted looks, and all I have to say for you hairy-legged fucks is that I have less drag when I'm swimming. Maybe not because I'm big as hell. On another note, I can't grow facial hair. What you see now, I have not shaved. I don't shave my face, but it's okay though, because my partners don't have to worry about any scratchy surfaces, right? So I embrace the lack of growth by rubbing Astroglide on it and diving in, right? So. Come here, baby. Any moms in here tonight? Jamie's mom, everybody! Did you bring dad? Any other moms in here? No? You guys actually brought your friends this time. That's a big shock. So, moral of the story, I love him, I really do. Don't be shocked. Moral of the story, I don't get any less pussy than the rest of you guys with hair. Just kidding, I might not. But it's not because I shave, I'm sure it's okay. So, being a bigger guy, one of the things I'm known for is doing big back ass behavior, right? And my classmates have heard it many a time, but one of my favorite things to do weekly is go out to eat with my friend Noah, routinely. Noah, come here.
Oh, shit! Oh!
Give it over Noah, everybody! My big back friend! I have decided that tonight is time I tell you guys about Benjamin. You know Benjamin, don't you know?
What?
You know Benjamin, don't you?
Nah, I don't know.
All right, lying fuck. One of our favorite things to do lately has been going once or twice a week to this place called Osaka. And we've made it a routine. Everybody loves Osaka. It's delicious. If you haven't gone, they're closed now, but when they reopen, you should go. So, this one time we went, we got sat by the hostess, and we began making our sushi selections, when all of a sudden I hear it. In walks Benjamin, our waiter. And boy, has he got an ass on him. This young fella is built just like a lowercase d, and let me tell you, he had my d uppercased. Maybe something like that. So, very quickly, he heads to our table. Big ass on him, perfect posture. Hey fellas, you guys need help make your sushi selection. Anything I can do for you? Goddamn, Benjamin, you can do something for me. Talk at the table became about Benjamin's yacht and how gifted this motherfucker was in the ice region. So my friend Noah makes the comment, he says, I feel like when he's fucking a girl, his ass cheeks are clapping. And it was only made worse by the fact he wore an apron. I know that motherfucker clocked in and went, he had that shit cinched up. So, let me say, I am by no means objectifying or mocking Benjamin. It is just that he had him and I so fat we had to get to know him. He became a very good friend of ours, and we knew him on a first name basis. He knew our names. All my friends here in the front row, they all knew Benjamin. They all saw Benjamin's groceries. Benjamin's granddad died, and he quit his job at Osaka.
Damn.
I really gotta have a talk with myself son Benjamin. That's surprising. All right. Got a couple more comics, guys. Put your name together for our next one, Caroline.
Okay, hey everybody. I'm Caroline. First, I want to thank y'all all for being here. You could be doing a lot better things right now, like getting fucked up or getting fucked. While you're here, and I also want to say thank y'all for laughing at me when I was not funny at all. But needless to say, it's fucking intimidating getting up here. Like, really scary. Thank God I'm 21 and am prescribed Xanax. Yeah, before this I had a Zambrita. If you don't know what a Zambrita is, it's a margarita with a shot of tequila, because I'm not a pussy, with half a Xanax, but I had to take a hole for this shit. But, 1, 2, 3, back to me. Okay, so, I'm a cougar. Yeah, I'm not no Nickelodeon shit. Yeah, I'm an artist. I work by myself. So, people think being a cougar is easy. It's hard. It's really hard. Yeah. Yeah, they'll have you taking a Zambrita or two. But, summer going into my sophomore year, I met a man, /boy, /whatever. And he kept asking me on dates, and he was fine, whatever. So, age of consent is 16 in North Carolina. That deserves a fucking clap. But he was 16, or he was 17. So I went on the date, I had a Zambrita or two. From what I remember, the date was pretty good. I'd subtract 3 points. It was a 7 out of 10 because his friend showed up and started taking pictures of us. My big head, I was like, paparazzi! No, bitch, you're going on a high school meme page right now. But after the day, I was like, oh, that went so well. I got a sorority function. Like, I'm gonna ask him. And I cannot make this shit up. The theme was Techie Prom. I invited him to prom. He acted like any 17-year-old would, getting invited to a sorority social. He was lit as fuck. It was fucking awful though. It felt like I was like a dog show walker and he was the dog. Like, he didn't talk, he didn't drink. People would come up and be like, oh, like, who is this man? I'd be like, he's actually a boy, and he's from Atlantic Beach. They know him, so they're like, you're so fucking weird for that. But, okay, whatever. He wasn't allowed to go to the bar for, needless to say, reasons. He's a little young. And so we didn't go to the bar, we went back to the apartment. And he would not get off his fucking phone. And I'm like, you know kids and their phones. And so I started snooping. I was like, who the fuck is this text? It was his mom. His mom was pissed. This man missed his first, like, senior night lights, whatever the fuck it is. Okay, he missed that. He was grounded for 2 weeks. The grounding was a little, like, turning point in our relationship. I was like, okay, I know how old this kid is now. I can't just be like, okay, whatever. So that was pretty bad, but I'd, like, get him to sneak out. I'd Uber him to the apartment. Proximity where Lawson lives in the scary shit. And then I'd have to Uber him home because he lived in my neighborhood. And my mom would be confused as fuck if she saw that shit. But before I knew it, May rolled around. You know what May is.
Oh, yes.
Prom. Was I going to prom? I was for sure going to prom. But it was 2 weeks ahead. I had my dress picked out, and I was like, am I going to go to this shit? He hasn't asked me. So I just texted him.
No way.
What's the dates for prom? I wasn't allowed to go. The age cutoff was 19. I was 20-something. But instead, I went to Amsterdam. Age of consent there is 14, so. I went with my drug dealer. She's 5'4". She looks like me, she talks like me, she acts like me. She's my mother. And we had a lot of fucking fun. It actually fell on Mother's Day. So, first day we got there, Mother's Day, we went to the red light district. The red light district is where prostitution is legal. Okay. So we're walking. She also never takes me on her fucking work trips. And so we're walking through the prostitute red light district, and I'm like, you didn't want to take no dad here? You didn't want to take dad? She's like, no, this is a place for us. Yeah, for sure. And we get in there, we're just chilling. We go get a drink, and I get a glass of wine. Then prom pictures get posted. I had a fucking Xanarita.
Sometimes there's a thin line between comedy and telling about misdemeanors. All right, you ready for the last one? Yeah, let's have you, Paris,
Hey y'all. So the other day I was thinking about what type of slave I would be. And I determined, some of y'all look a little too hard for that. There's a lot of this in the room, not a lot of this. So, I determined that I would be a house slave, since I like white men and all. You know, way back in the day, would have been like, bring me my dinner now! Well, pound! Yes, Massa. So, Massa's not around anymore. So the closest thing to him is cops. White cops. And I find that quite hot. Now, I love a man in uniform. I also love a man in power. And some people don't like cops, but that's because they focus on all the wrong things. Are you okay? Well, get this. One, cops like to choke. It's kind of my thing. I mean, I'm all like, you're so hot. And he's all like, stop resisting. And I'm all like, choke me hard. Two, that baton that they carried, I mean, shit. I wouldn't mind a beating from time to time. Didn't mind it back then. Didn't mind it now. Three, those handcuffs. I mean, tell me, officer, how fast can you turn me around and lock me up? If cops carried around those black furry handcuffs, I'm telling you, y'all can see my vision. But I don't really see the problem with dating a cop. I mean, after all, I can change him, right? In fact, ever since he's been with me, he's become an ally. He stopped watching Fox News. And, get this, he doesn't even say the N-word anymore. I mean, at this point, I think I've ended racism. Now, liking white guys has its perks, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows in the slave trade. I mean, the worst part about liking white guys is when their moms give them
that disapproval vibe. Like, I'm so sorry your son fell in love with me, Shelby. How about some cotton balls? Tragedy? But besides my love for white cops, there's something else you might not know about me. I follow almost 6,000 people on Instagram.
Wow.
I know. You wanna know why? Because every single guy I find attractive, I follow. So, if you get an Instagram request from me after this, don't be too surprised. Especially you, sir, in the back. Hey. But, anyways, one of those 6,000 commented on my picture and asked for my number. And I gave it to him. I mean, I don't always make the best choices. So a day or so later, my phone rings. This is a collect call from Lexington Detention Center. This man thought he could raise me up from jail. From jail. But you know, I do look at the inmate registry from time to time. And there was this one time I was on there and there was this fine ass man. I mean, you ever see, ladies will know, you ever see a man and he's so fine, you like, ugh! That was me on the inmate registry. But anyway, I was like, let's see what he's in there for. Murder. Yeah. Murder. True story. But that made him more attractive. I mean, needless to say, I would have been the dumb bitch to get in the back of Ted Bundy's car. No questions asked. Now, besides my newfound love for criminals, Instagram has brought me to another realization. I recently discovered that I might need to take anger management classes. I know this may come as a shock to my friends. You know, even I had trouble accepting it. Not really, but. My Instagram account has actually almost been deleted twice or 3 times for bullying and harassment. But I mean, can you really blame a girl like me for wanting to argue with people on the internet? But the good thing about my anger issues is that I don't act them out. There was this one guy. He did me wrong. Whatever. Went to my room, told my roommate, and I told her that I wanted to chop his legs off and boil them.
Dang.
Maybe add a little seasoning in there, I don't know. But that's only like medieval. But anyway, I won't be telling my therapist about this because Paris likes to wear socks with less grip.
One more time for everybody who saw tonight. That was... They got better, didn't they? Thank you for coming out and supporting everybody. If you guys drove here, drive home safe. Good night.